So it's a beautiful morning up here in northern Nevada, and I just have finalized my decision to sell one of my vehicles. And for people that love cars, people that have built cars or own vehicles that they have worked on and they've enjoyed, it's for me, it's not an easy decision. But I look at it this way. In life, we've got to get clear on what it is that we want in every aspect of our life. And we've also got to get clear on what we're willing to sacrifice to achieve the things that we want in life. So without getting too far off in the weeds with that, I just want to talk a bit about, these relationships that we end up having with our vehicles, for people that are car lovers. So people that build cars, people that work on them, or people that drive them, or people that just enjoy looking at them, whether it be a pop-up car event like Cars and Coffee, or, a large formal event like Hot August Nights, which is one of the largest car shows on this globe, and everything in between. But that relationship that gets formed, it's real. And it sounds very, I guess, shallow and materialistic, but for car people like me and people like my friends, family members who love cars, and they love to work on them, they love to build them, they love to drive them, enjoy them, repair them. They just enjoy the process. They enjoy the journey, and that vehicle is a conduit to what can be blood, sweat, tears, and probably a few curse words. And for me, when I picked up this Bronco about 18 years ago from a young man in Oregon, I didn't know that I was going to be doing a complete frame up build. That wasn't, I didn't buy it with that intention. I bought it with the intention of driving it and wheeling it and making some memories with it. And what that turned into was one body panel needing repair, and then 2 fenders needing replaced. And then that turned into literally strip the entire thing down a year later and begin the journey and the process of a complete custom restoration build of what is now known as the IC73, the In-Contempt 73. And I aptly named it that because this rascal fought me every which way but loose. It's my first Bronco build, and the experience was, looking back, awesome. And there were some great moments, and some moments where, going through the experience of building this thing, I had thought about selling it a couple of times. And I know this to be a natural, I guess, progression when we're building a car, especially of the magnitude of starting out with a frame and then going, from there. There's going to be mistakes made along the way. There's going to be corrections. There's going to be a lot of learning, which is all part of the journey. I've built cars before. I've worked on them, and I absolutely love them. But the relationship that ends up getting formed in my brain with this vehicle is because you end up putting in blood, sweat, tears, your hard-earned money, and when you're literally spending, hours, days, weeks, and months, and the only person that can tell that something's been done is you, that's pretty compelling. So the journey with these cars, it isn't just about the car. It's about life and learning and growing, and the relationships that you have with people, and that car is the conduit that can bring all this stuff together. So it was a very challenging and a tough decision to come to sell my Bronco. But one thing I do know for sure is that we've got to get clear with what we want in life, what we want out of life. We have to understand that life happens for us. Life doesn't happen to us. And in getting clear with what it is that we want, we've also got to assess and look at what it is that we are willing to sacrifice in order to achieve the things that we want. And so who knew that, 18 years ago, driving around this ratty little 73 Bronco, clean, but just ratty and beat up, the poor little thing, and then turning it into something really, I think is really special. Starting out with the frame and documenting a majority of the build online, taking a look at what has been done, seeing that there's absolutely nothing that is hidden on this thing. There's nothing that I would be embarrassed to explain or show or to demonstrate. Nothing at all. This Bronco, it's just a good, fun ride. It turns heads everywhere it goes. It's not the fastest. It's not the best. It doesn't have the best components on planet Earth, but it is unique. It is done right. Everything functions as it should. I think it's got a lot of nice custom features to it. And I'm hopeful that somebody will recognize the time, energy, effort, the hard work, and the work that's been done right, and pick this thing up and enjoy it for what it is, and make their own memories and add to it. As we all know, there's really not a point of being done in the car world. I mean, there are ones, I would say this is done. I'd say my Bronco's done. And I would say many cars that I see, I would consider them done. But most of the time when we talk with car folks, it's that it's not done. There's always this one little thing that we'd like to tweak. And to kind of add to what I was getting at earlier about getting clear on things in life, we've also got to get clear and understand that achieving the next thing, getting the next accessory, component, custom addition to our vehicle, that's not the happy place. We've got to recognize that actually the enjoyment and the contentment and the happiness and the stuff that just keeps a smile on your face, it's actually the journey. It's actually the journey. It's the highs, the lows, and everything in between. When we're working on that car, when we're building it, when we are out taking our first drive in the car, our first shakedown, and we have a starter go out, right? So we replaced it with a Power Master, right? I'm just saying that could have happened. But it's the journey, man. And this journey for me and my Bronco are coming to a conclusion. And it is wild that, a vehicle, a piece of metal, is something that we can actually, care about. We can actually love. And this all may sound like stupid to some people, and that's fine. We've all got our opinions. My opinion is that people that love cars, they love building them, they love that experience, they love sharing those experiences, those people would understand what I'm talking about. And so I guess the point of making this video is to just talk a little bit about, the journey of building a vehicle, how we can become, I guess, bonded with that vehicle, because it's meaningful to us. Like I said, when we build a vehicle such as, my Bronco, my IC73, it is time, energy, effort It is blood, sweat, and tears, literally. It is frustration. It is happiness. It is joy. It is at times angering and frustrating. But that is part of the process of building a vehicle. And these challenges that we're faced with when we're building a vehicle equate to our life. That's life. And we've got to find a way to appreciate all of that. And I think that for me, understanding and appreciating all of that is one of the main reasons that I love my vehicle. And I enjoy the experience, all of them, with this vehicle and what it has allowed me to do. It's what it's allowed me to experience. And, you know, building this thing at my own hands. I mean, there's only 2 components on it. Well, truthfully 3, right? So the transmission, transfer case, and the actual third member, I did not assemble those. The transmission was professionally built with a lot of top-of-the-line parts by a professional transmission company here in Reno, Nevada. And the same thing with the Dana 20 transfer case and the 9-inch with a Detroit locker. So with the exception of those 3 components, the entire Bronco was built at my hands with my tools and with my blood, sweat, tears, curse words, and my hard-earned money. And I have those receipts. I didn't think about documenting the entire build from the start because I didn't understand that I was going to be completing an entire build on this thing when like I said, when I first got it. So it's cool to be where I'm at now. And so here we are, you know, about week 2 into June of 2023. And I'm literally waiting for a phone call from Barrett Jackson. That's where I'm gonna go. I'm getting my truck prepped, getting my car hauler prepped, and I will get the Bronco prepped. And what does all that mean? Well, for the truck, filling up the tank and washing the exterior because it's already detailed inside and out. For the trailer, it's going to be 4 new tires, and to check and assess and re-grease the bearings and double check the brakes. I have brand new tie downs and straps. And for the Bronco, it means full detail on the interior, because while it is stored inside, and it has been since its entire life it's been with me, I want to be sure that, you know, it is as absolutely as clean as possible so that people can appreciate, you know, what it is that they're looking at, and also see that there is nothing to hide. And we'll see how this journey goes. So here we are, about 13 minutes into this video. I just wanted to share with you kind of my thoughts about, you know, my build. I wanted to share my thoughts about making the decision to sell it. I want to share my thoughts about a little bit about, you know, what that journey of building the In-Contempt 73, the IC73, has been like. And I guess somewhere in this video I will either have, or I will interject some video footage of the Bronco, and realize this, that I'm going to be adding more videos to my YouTube page, my other channels on Instagram. And so you can look up, you can just search IC73 or In-Contempt 73, or Skidal, Skidal, which is the skinny pedal. And that is to intentionally step on the gas. And that relates not only to our vehicles and our cars, but it equates to life, about getting intentional, identifying what it is that you want, identifying what it is that you would be willing to sacrifice to get what you want. This could be something as simple as sacrificing more hours and working more. This could be something like sacrifice selling a vehicle that you absolutely love in order to achieve something else that you want. And it isn't a matter of one being better than the other. It's just that sometimes in life, things happen and we've got to make decisions. Whether we are right or wrong, it's irrelevant. We've just got to make decisions based on the information we have and based on what it is that we clearly identify as our want, need, desire, dream, and goal. So with that, appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'm sure there's going to be some loud engine noise interjected here at some point. Talk to you soon. Here we're going to do almost a dead stop. Take it up to 5. Really has been an amazing ride. Met a lot of amazing people, had some amazing experiences, and I know there are many more amazing adventures coming my way.